Hi, this is RJ, and I want to help you, my fellow teachers, in presenting your lessons in asynchronous classes. So before we begin, let me pose first a question for you. How do you plan to give your lessons in asynchronous classes? Would you give out PDFs, or would you give out Word documents, or are you planning to give them slides? If you are planning to give them slides, can we consider them as good ways in giving our lessons? And what do you think of slides with narration or with voice? So sometimes it is good that your lessons can also be heard. They say that the retention level of people is 10% of what they read, 20% of what they hear, 30% of what they see, 50% of what they see and hear, 70% of what they say and write, 90% of what they do. But during this time of the pandemic, I am actually more interested in this 50% of what they see and hear. That's why I am presenting to you how to record your slides with narration in PowerPoint. By the way, all of this is recorded using PowerPoint. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of it? First is this is actually good for asynchronous type of classes because our assumption is it is easier to understand because you are there to narrate things. And the slides can be interesting if used correctly. Now, some of the advantages is it takes time to prepare, and the saving also takes time. And there is also what we call hiccups. Um, Later on, I will explain what a hiccup is. So, what are the general steps for it? There are only three steps. First is you have to prepare your slide and your script. Next is you are going to record your session. And the last is you are going to save your video as a PowerPoint, or sorry, as a video. So let's take a look at my screen. For example, I have a slide here and I want to record the slides with my narration. You have to go to slide slideshow, and then you are going to press record slideshow. And then from there you will see something like this. So this is the view from record slideshow. So you will see here that there is a record button, but what I want you to focus right now is this segment. On your slides, there is a segment called notes. So you may place notes here, and on our record slideshow, you will be able to see the same notes here. So this is actually a good place to put your script. And what else? When we start our presentation, you may use several tools. So what you can see here are the tools. So let me show you how to use them. So the first one is our laser pointer. And then you can also change the color of the laser pointer, but it's not located within that page. Now you can also use pens, and you can also change the color of the pens. As you can see, I am currently writing, and I will also change colors. So next is we also have a highlighter. One good thing about the highlighter is, just like in real life, when you highlight, you will also be able to see what is beneath or underneath the color. And then we have the buttons for recording the audio, recording the video, and turning on and off the portrait. So on the upper left, there is a record button, a stop button, and a replay button. Once you start recording, the record button becomes a pause button. So if you feel the need to pause, you can do it anytime. Now, once the record has been stopped, um, and if ever you accidentally press record again, so the previous recording will be overwritten. Now, to change the laser pointer color, let's say you don't like the color red, just go to set up slideshow. So there is a window that will pop out, and then on the middle portion, there is your pen color and your laser pointer color. Now, to save your presentation, just press escape, click file, and then save as. And then you go to browse. Then another window will pop out. The important part here is changing the save as type. So from PowerPoint presentation, you change it to MPEG-4. Then press save. Now upon saving, there will be a progress bar located at the bottom. So rendering may take some time, depending on how long your recording is. The longer your recording, the bigger the file, and the longer it takes for PowerPoint to save your video. Now, one important reminder again is the hiccup. When you turn to the next slide, the microphone mutes for a couple of seconds, a couple of milliseconds. And the effect, if you are continuously talking, is some of the portions or the portion where you were talking and moved on to the next slide will be muted for a very, very short time. The result would sound like a hiccup. So to put it into practice, let me show you how I recorded one lesson. Hi, my name is Sir RJ and I'm here to talk about isometric view. So what is isometric view? It is a pictorial representation of an object in which all three dimensions are drawn at full scale. And the diagonal lines are projected at 30 degrees from your base. So let's say we have an orthographic projection in which dimensions are given for the length, width, and your height. So from this orthographic projection, we will create an isometric view. So the first thing you have to do is you have to create your baseline. So this is our baseline. This is our baseline. The next thing you're going to do is to create a vertical line to create an apex. Next is we are going to project 30 degree lines from this base. So we have 30 or two 30 degree lines. The angle of this is 30 degrees. So the angle of this is also 30 degrees. Now we are just going to complete the outer edges of our box. So this line corresponds to this. And then this line corresponds to this line. Now our apex actually corresponds to this line on the front side view and this line on the right side view. And then we are going to... A few moments later. We know the backside would look something like that. So we are going to use hidden lines to show the lines from the back view. So let's connect a line from here to there, of course 2 centimeters. And then you also have a line from this point to this point, and then a line there, also a line there. Now we are going to connect other hidden lines, for example from here to there. Where else? We also have a hidden line from here to there. Now, to get the final object, we are going to erase the pencil marks, we are going to delete the black lines. So that will be our final object. So I hope you learned something from me. I hope to see you again soon. Okay, since you've seen how I did it, what I want you to do is create your own lesson. You add elements, objects, anything that you like, and try to save the file as a video. Afterwards, just locate where your file was saved and check out the final output. So I guess you learned something from me today. Thank you so much. Goodbye.